No way I'm gonna take it in an astronaut suit, though. I mean, well, I'll never say never, I suppose, but the odds, as they say, are not in my favor. Oh, that looks so cool, though. Yeah, no, yeah, that wasn't gonna go well. What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we actually managed to merge the... Oh, that scared me for a second. I was like, wait a minute, because I thought it was coming from the driller, and I was like, hold on, I took control over it. Anyway, so in the last episode, we merged the driller and the Sky Factory together, and I've actually been working on... atmospheric frigate? Ooh. Ooh. We might have to take a gander at that one. But yeah, so I also managed to finish the solar panels from last episode as well. So we've got all the solar panels done up here. I do think I'm going to move the two from the base over here somewhere. I might take the antennas off because I'm actually working on, as you can see over here, I've removed the merge blocks and I'm starting to kind of blend these two together. It's going okay. I'm not too happy with how it looks just yet. But it's not too bad on the outside here. I haven't really worked on the bottom yet. But the outside's not too terrible. It's like, it works. This I'm not too thrilled about, though. So what I'll probably end up doing is trying to bring this down a layer or something. But basically, this is for the medical room. And I am going to take out the merge blocks, but I am going to leave one of these as kind of the main doorway. Because if we connect the connectors up this way, I don't really need connectors. Maybe I'll put it on the top. That might work better. Maybe we'll leave that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we're going to put the... I'm going to leave the blocks here or up here as kind of a doorway. And then that way, you know, if we actually do take this out into space or something, I don't know if it's can even do that. I think they're all... Oh no, they have hydrogen. I was going to say, I thought they were all atmospheric thrusters, but they do have hydrogen. So we could go out into space with it. I don't know if that's really a plausible idea or not. So, funny thing about this guy, I actually saved it before I went out and looked at this unknown signal, and then I actually did go look at it. And it was kind of funny, at least the first time. I don't know if it's going to do the same thing or not, but we'll check. And of course it's going to make a liar out of me. So what happened before, the last time I did this, was... Oh, there it goes! It is going to do it! So it rolls for some reason. Like, it wasn't doing it before, but now when I show up it starts rolling. But it gets super close to this, and the resource processing station just blows it to smithereens, and it was kind of funny to watch. When I was doing this before, I was trying to see if I could get a hold of the button there. And it's actually really tricky. I hate it. Oh, I did kind of get it, but it didn't work. I even tried slowing this down at one point. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know what's doing it, because if I get in front of it or something... Well, if I can actually get in front of it... It doesn't stop. It slows it down, but it just keeps rolling. I don't know really... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. So, it's not a fan. So yeah, we need to build up our ships a little bit before we go try and do that one. Unless, of course, we do the whole, whatchamacallit? The whole, Yep. That. Oh, the digging, the burrowing... I can't talk. Digging a hole. Digging a tunnel under the base. Alrighty, so we're back to the daylight again. Actually, we've been back up for a while now. And I think we actually have a sustainable energy source, because I went through and turned on what I thought would be the basics of what I need. It's like, let's see, what was it all? It was like the atmospheric thrusters, the gyroscopes, the flight seats, the medical bay, stuff like that. I don't think there's, and I even set one for lights to where I could turn the lights off if it got too power draining. And as you can tell, during the day, it says, 4 hours to full recharge. And the other thing is one of the batteries might actually be drained by now. I'm not sure. The one down here, since I'm trying to transfer everything up to the new one, the one down here I've actually set to discharge. So it should be just basically pumping out power. Now that might be kind of tainting the idea, but I mean, it kind of goes, if you have batteries, then you have batteries, so it's either working or it's not. So I think that'll, whoop, I forgot there's a hole in the floor still. I think that'll work for idling. Now there is the element of, I don't know that the atmospheric thrusters are actually doing anything. Let's actually check that. So we have 158. Let's grab our thrusters and turn them off. And we're still around 158. So that might not be a good test. We might have to dislodge the merge blocks here. And at this point, there should only be one merge block.
Station fuel.
Yeah. There should only be one merge block here. Merge block. Oh, well, there's the, yeah, okay, there's the other one. Oh, I don't know which one is which, though. Let's do show on HUD. Let's see which one is which. Okay, the one on the bottom is the no name. So we're looking for 5. So we turn that off, and then I guess what's the? Nope, wrong button. It's in here. Info convert to ship. All right, so now we're flying. So now we're hovering. Let's go back and check our panel here. I'm not too thrilled on the fuel thing. The way that's set out. Yeah, battery depleted in 14 minutes. Our power usage is 4,000%. Okay. Alright, so not gonna work. Not right now. We can't run this fully off of solar power yet. Alright, so let's go back into the merge blocks and we'll reconnect it. So I'm guessing it's because it's not actually drawing on the thrusters, which is why the thrusters are not causing a problem. Well, for now we might as well turn all that off then. Alright, so I've been tinkering over here, as you probably have noticed, with the conveyor area type thing. Because we didn't really need the connectors if this ship never disconnects anymore, so we just needed to run the conveyor lines to where they were connected. I also needed to connect up the medical room, which I did have over here, but I feel like it's going to be easier to cover up doing it this way. Now, I do think for in here, in this area, I don't know how much of this space will be open or how much I'm going to close it off, but for now, I do think we're going to need to put some catwalks down, since we can't really... Do I not have any interior plates? Oh, I can't place them on the... okay, I have to connect them like this. I guess we'll put another one here just to match, even though we don't really need it that way. And we'll just kind of cover this part up. Again, I don't know. I thought about putting a wall right here where this catwalk is, and then maybe putting a catwalk up on the panel here, which may not be a bad idea. In fact, I might do that right now. So we might pull these catwalks back up and just leave it as a one-sided kind of thing. I think that might look a little bit better overall. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so theoretically, I could actually do this with catwalks this way. Could actually do it that way rather than... But yeah, there's no real point, I guess, because it doesn't really serve any purpose, per se, to do it that way. Do I actually need you there? No. It was for decorative. Now, here's the thing. Do I need this one here now that this is here? I guess I don't. Okay, that's cool. That works better. And then we could basically just place walls like this. Now, like I said, it's a little asymmetrical for my taste, but, you know, whatever. And then we'll put... I guess I don't really need to even weld that up. We can just put, where is it? Here it is. We can just put the... all the dark color, I can't tell which way it's facing. There we go. And then we'll basically just mirror what was here before. Now, the one thing I do want to put somewhere is a light. Or lights. I'm not really sure. I could put it on the wall, maybe? Ooh, we could put them on the corners. Let's do that. Either... Ooh, I could either do one here, or let's just do double lights. Oh, and I could put one here. That might not be a bad idea. Because this room is just too dark, especially at night. Go ahead and weld that up. Where was the lights? There they are. Put that there, and then... Oh, the catwalk's in the way. Okay. Well, there is no door here, so I guess it's fine. I guess that'll work. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a power issue here. Because I don't mind using reactors, but I don't like using reactors. Because it's kind of one of those... I'm not a fan of the energy sources that can run out, essentially. I know that they make more power, which makes sense, but I like to keep them... I like to keep reactors more as backups than anything else. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking... Oh, I actually had enough to weld that. I didn't think I would. That looks good. And we'll work on the outside in a minute, but I definitely need to tweak the outside. I think the functionality is here now. I just gotta make it look nice. Alright, so I've been working over here on the ship. I did miss the frigate somewhere along the way. It got away somehow, somewhere. But I decided to remove the antennas over here and put the solar panels up here from the base, because I realized now that these are basically the same ship, this already has an antenna, and there's really no reason for 3 that I can think of. So, yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing this. And I hate taking down antennas because of those stupid radio components that are just ginormous. So we're gonna go in here and try and dump all this stuff. I really do... Oh, I've actually filled up that container. Hello. That's new. Alright. I've made a couple changes as well. I moved some of the lights around to be a bit more spaced out. I like it spaced out a little bit better. I might actually throw a catwalk down here. Because I'm realizing that the room is actually asymmetrical from what I thought because of the, well, it's not really asymmetrical, it's just the layout is a little bit, because you can tell with the medical room being 2x2, this is not really center, so it is, but it isn't. The light is on the nose here, and it is here. So it is symmetrical, it's just on a 2x2 instead of a center point. Same here. So, you know, this is a little off-center type thing. But what I did here was something a little bit different. So this is an oxygen tank that's actually connected to the conveyor system, the rest of this stuff. And then this is a separate oxygen tank that is not connected to anything. And what I'm going to make this is the airlock. I don't know if it's entirely necessary just because of the, you know, I don't actually know if this can even make it out into space. I assume it can, but I don't really know. I wonder if I should actually leave this, because right now I don't think I can get to this oxygen tank, so we're going to leave that. But I put doors here, and essentially what I'd like to do is have some kind of script running here with maybe a button panel or something that if you click it, it closes both of these doors, vents the room, and then opens the airlock, the hangar doors, and vice versa. You seal the doors, and then the vent kicks back on, that kind of thing. So, kind of just future-proofing, really. Now for the exterior, I've found that, at least on the top, this part works a little bit better. I clipped this here, I had some ramps here, but just then it would kind of be hard to merge it into this hollow ridge. So I'm just going to keep it like this, I think. And I think this works on the top. I don't know about the bottom. So as you can see, I'm kind of starting the same shape over here, and I've got to bring this out one and then kind of do what I did over there. Which, as you can see, was put a single block and then put a slope. And I never really finished the bottom, but I need to do the same thing there. Now for down here, this is going to be a little bit tricky because of the conveyors. But what I think I'm going to do... Oh, I just realized I didn't weld that up all the way. What I think I'm going to do is just put matching catwalks even if it doesn't matter. Like even if there isn't anything here. Just so, basically, of course I don't have what I need, that's par for the course, but basically just so that it looks okay on the outside, doesn't look all patchworked kind of thing. It's usually kind of the idea behind that one. Now our power, that's still going to be a bit of an issue. Oh, that has a little slope thing above it. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh well. Where was I? Oh yeah, catwalk. I think there. And I think there. And then for this, we're just gonna run them like so. And like I said, I'm just gonna bring it all the way across because that way it keeps it symmetrical. Now, there was a suggestion to make this into a retractable drill. Pretty much so that there isn't this really, really long profile for trying to dock, or land, because right now I couldn't actually land. And, yeah, that's the only problem with this being merged this way. I should have probably, like, I don't know, flipped it and gone upside down, but then the other thrusters really wouldn't have helped, so I don't know that really would have worked. But yeah, a retractable drill would work pretty well, I imagine. The only problem that I see is even if I did a retractable, I'd probably only go up to about there. Because the rest of it, again, you'd have to kind of change the structure, and it still sticks out a little bit below the Sky Factory thing. So, I don't know. I might actually add on from here and just do some kind of landing gear platform this way. I don't know. I don't know what the best way to tackle that is. I thought about extendable, like piston-based landing gears, but if I do it that way, they'll be super long, which will make them really flimsy. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure how to do the landing thing. That's part of why I wanted to try and make it fully self-sustaining and free-floating, was that way I wouldn't have to worry about landing, and I could do... Inventory full. Of course it is. I could do docking a different way, kind of like I'm doing this one, that if I actually wanted to dock somewhere, I could go off the nose or something. But yeah, I don't actually know if that's gonna work or not. Just because if I had locked it differently, if I had merged it like sideways or something, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But as it stands, the way that it is, I don't know. It's kind of gonna be tricky to do that. How did I have this one? Oh, I brought it forward one. Okay, so it's to here is the idea. Okay. Nope. Wrong. Dude, that was weird. My hotbar wouldn't change right. So yeah, I'm probably going to tinker with this a little bit. I'd like to get the frame done to where the, you know, kind of the exterior is all finished up and everything looks good. I think would be kind of an episode ending point for me. I don't think I'm going to mess with the drill today. So let me know what you guys think about that as far as if you have ideas for how to modify the drill and get this a lower profile, or how to set up the landing gears to where it wouldn't matter, like maybe have some kind of extendable landing gears. I just don't think, even coming to this point, even if I had a retractable drill... Woo! No! Dag nabbit.
Fuel critical.
You think? Alright, well, that was annoying. Oh, man. That was kind of funny, actually. Now, here's my only thing. Where did the bottles go? Oh, right. I'm looking at my inventory, not this one's inventory. That makes sense. Oh, that actually means I got all of that back. Okay, I can break those down. Wait! It only gave me one! I had 2 hydrogen bottles, dagnabbit. Stupid. Oh, there's another frigate. Alright, so... Of course it's at night. Alright, so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna set it to day, and then we're just gonna fly over there and poke it and see what happens. But I'm not even gonna bother realistically trying to take it. I've never seen one, so I want to see if it's like a bigger ship or not, because it says it's a frigate, so I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh, that's a big one, alright. Oh, now that's interesting. It's firing at the drop pod. Ha! But we're 2 kilometers out still, and I can actually see this thing. That's a big ship. I want it. No way I'm going to take it in an astronaut suit, though. I mean, well, I'll never say never, I suppose. But the odds, as they say, are not in my favor. Oh, that looks so cool, though. Yeah, no, yeah. That wasn't going to go well. Alright, so a bit of a change of plans. I didn't end up getting the outside done. However, there's another atmosphere frigate headed our way, which well, actually, he might be yeah, it's heading away from us, actually, so I don't know about that. But I did manage to essentially move in up here. So there's still the battery down here, which I have all of my other batteries set to recharge, and this one's set to discharge. So theoretically, it's powering everything right now and charging the batteries. Let's see, actually. We got this one charged in 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 15, 13, and this is depleted in 9 minutes. So hopefully we'll have this drained and we can move it then up to the base. I mean the Sky Factory drill thing. I might just have to bite the bullet and just scrap these 2, because I don't have a way to get that many connectors up to the top, and there's not really that much hydrogen in here. There's 1.7%, which is, yeah, I mean, it's lasted me a while, but at the same time, it's really not life or death. And the oxygen, we have 2 tanks up there, so I'm not really worried about it. I can always turn on one of the vents and it'll fill up the oxygen tank for the system. You know, it's not really that big of a deal. So I think we might just have to scrap these guys. But I did want to charge the battery up. Now, like I said, the problem is going to be sustaining it once we've fully moved up to the base, or up to the ship here, in that right now it's being sustained because the thrusters aren't drawing any power. But even at full sun, when we turned all the thrusters on, it was way more power than what we were actually capable of producing. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? As far as, should we just run it on uranium for now during the day, and then at night turn it off and let it run, I mean, or vice versa? You know, try and let it run on solar panels for as long as we can, and then switch over to uranium, or... I don't know, I just don't like using uranium when I don't have a source of uranium. Like, we have the drop pods, but they're giving us a little bit here and there. I don't really know. I don't really know how much that actually translates to, because I don't use reactors very often, so... let's see, we have... Do I have uranium in here? No. Alright. Oh, and I did find my other hydrogen bottle. It was actually in that crate over there. I must have somehow misclicked it in. Oh, I'm a dummy. It's automatically grabbing all of the reactors. Or the uranium to the reactors. So, we have 7.5, 7.5. It seems to be dispersing them equally, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 reactors at about 7.5 uranium ingots, so 7.5 by 8. Let's see. That should be... How many did I say there was? 8. So there should be 70 to 56. So it should be somewhere around 60 hours, give or take, 60 megawatt hours of power. Which, I'm not really sure. Actually, you know what? Let me try something real quick, because I think this might be a skewed thing. So those are set to recharge. So what is our power output now? That's set to 0. Let's turn our thrusters on. Again, it's not going to work. Alright, so for this to work... Wait a minute. That can't be right. Oh, the solar panels are actually charging it. Oh, no, it's because it's going off the battery readout. Never mind. Battery readouts, and none of the batteries are on, so ergo. Let's set these to... Does that work for all of them? It does. Okay. So, current output is 152. I think we were in the megawatts before. Let me just double check real quick, because I'm kind of curious now.
No station fuel.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody did answer that question for me, that actually that's coming from the fact that the reactors are off. Apparently the game doesn't, it doesn't actually take into account whether or not the reactors are off our batteries are on and off type of thing. So that's kind of weird. Okay, we have thrusters, we have gyroscopes, we have the medical room somewhere on one of these tabs. Oh, that's a different control tab. Okay. If we disconnect this, and... Okay. Convert to ship. Now we can lift off. We're looking at... Okay, so we're over our power grade here, so we're at 12 minutes. But what is the actual output we need to be at for this to work? We need to be at 48 megawatts. Good grief. Now, the only other thing I could do that might help this a bit is to, I might be able to go through and actually turn off different thrusters and try and find how many thrusters are the bare minimum to keep the thing flying. And if I did that, then I might be able to figure out exactly what is required in order to, you know, basically in order to keep the thing barely floating, and maybe I could shave off, like, if you didn't need one of the large thrusters or something like that. But I'm not really sure that we can do this, to be honest, because that's a lot of megawatts for just solar panels. I mean, let's see, what is the max a solar panel can put out? I forget. Max output is 83 point... Well, no, that changes. Okay, that's not actually accurate. It's somewhere around... I don't know why. I feel like 120 sticks in my head for some reason. Like 120 something kilowatts is the max. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing. But still, it's something in the kilowatts. I don't think you can produce megawatts with solar panels. So if we're needing 48 megawatts to keep the thing flying, we're going to have to figure out how to land the thing. That I don't think we can actually do the constantly flying thing unless we came up with some kind of solution for the uranium. Like if there was a source of uranium we could find. But I think that's going to do it for us for this episode. I didn't end up finishing the outside, but I did get this room done, and we did kind of fully move up here. So hopefully either the very beginning of the next episode or before the next episode, I'll have finished up the exterior hull, and we can actually do something like trying to take another ship, or a supply transport, or you know, try and figure out if we could take on the processing station or something like that. I do feel like if we burrowed under the processing station, it wouldn't be that bad. But that's probably the only way we're actually going to take this thing on for now. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.